What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase. We're back again. Uh, had to uh, had to work out a couple of the kinks there, but
No,
yeah,
we had to piss off Streamlabs
yes, yes,
because
yes,
Streamlabs did not
yes.
want to work.
For everybody who is watching right now, you guys may know that I use Restream, and I have been very, very vocal, extremely vocal. Josh, my co-host on the I-70 Hot Tag, and I have been very vocal about our issues with the Restream, and I have elected to try and move on from Restream. So that was what I was doing tonight. I need to be working out a little more of the kinks, which we're working on. We're working on. We're getting there.
You'll get it.
But yeah, we'll get it. But we made a quick decision on the fly. Scott, I appreciate you being flexible. We went ahead and made the decision to head back over uh to
The
restream for
unfaithful
tonight.
Restream.
Yep, restream for tonight. And then we'll work a little more on getting transitioned. But yes, any reason not to give restream my money would be absolutely amazing. So um yeah,
If you've got a suggestion, throw it in the comments.
absolutely.
We are open to
Um,
anything. Well,
that's
almost anything.
almost anything. Almost anything. Uh, we actually switched to StreamYard on the I-70 hot tag, and it was a decision that Josh and I had made because this show is very you know viewer
Orientated.
viewer friendly, viewer oriented. We like to get the comments involved, like to get the viewers involved, stuff like that. Whereas it's a little bit different with the I-70 hot tag. You're interviewing people. Yes, we take comments and we take questions from the chat, but it's not as dependent on that. So
Yeah,
Jake says, "What's up, Chase and Scott?" And then Hunter Dillon says, "Technology can be a beautiful thing when it works, of course." Uh,
that is true.
Hunter, Jake, if you guys are in here, would greatly appreciate if you guys could share out the live and let everybody know that we're up and running here. Gears Akai came back, says,
Yeah.
"Oh, there we go. Yes, yes."
And
Um,
let's not forget it's also International Women's Day.
which I was reminded of while we were offline.
While we were on hiatus, you were reminded.
That's right. That's right. Which is cool, man. I like that. I like that. We've got a packed show for you guys tonight, so
And
definitely
also,
could have.
just before anybody puts it in the chat, November 19th is International Men's Day.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know
So we do have a day for men.
that. But so we've got a packed show tonight, guys. So we could have used that extra time to start, but obviously shit happens. But
Well,
we'll
this is not only a post Dynamite show tonight.
yes.
No, we're a post Revolution
Yeah,
show
yeah.
as well.
So we're gonna be breaking down everything in here. So guys, like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you like the however you're digesting the content, whether it's on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the share button. It helps the algorithm, helps to get out there. Get the
And there we go. July 14th is National
National
Non-Binary Person.
Non-Binary People's Day. I like it.
That's awesome.
All right. Sports Empire Network, guys. We are live on Sports Empire Network, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you guys check them out if you haven't already. Got a lot of cool things going on over there on Sports Empire Network. And then
And a little hint, if you check them out, you will see that Chase was at the NFL press conference.
I was. I have applied. So the gentleman who hooked us up with that. That's a very glad you brought that up, Scott. I want to take an opportunity to talk about that. The gentleman who hooked us up with that gave me contact information for WWE and AEW and the Chiefs to get
That
media
is awesome,
with
man.
them. It's very hard to get it with WWE.
Of course.
He was telling me, so he does all kinds of media. So and he does the Special Olympics,
Yep.
which is something that Stephanie McMahon is very passionate about and very
Very
huge into. And he has met and interviewed Stephanie McMahon several times and tried
That is
to get.
awesome.
And funny, like I said, so funny you mentioned this because he just got approved for media credentials like a few days ago for WWE. So
That
he
is
said
awesome,
he said
man.
it takes a while. It's you got to be very persistent with it, but looking forward to it. But got a lot of great things going on over his Sports Empire Network, guys. So make sure you go check that out. Especially if you're a sports fan, we got a lot of cool stuff coming for wrestling as well on Sports Empire Network. Not only is this show on Sports Empire Network, but Sports Empire Network will also be debuting a new show right after WrestleMania. We're gonna talk about that. I'll probably reveal it on this show next week.
Ooh.
But it's going to be a new show where me and the other guys at Sports Empire Network get together, talk wrestling. So a little bit of bad booking sprinkled in, but not so much because it's not going to be as broad. It's going to be really kind of just dialed down to like WWE, maybe a little bit of AEW, but it's going to be like mainly mainstream stuff. So, like I said,
Yeah.
tune in next week, and we'll drop that on there. But go give them a follow, and it's a way of saying thank you, guys. Thank you for following Sports Empire Network. If you go to SeatGeek.com for any of your activities, sports events, anything like that, and you use the promo code SEN, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. So, like I said, that's our way of saying thank you.
Just like
And
our
then
boy Chase did here with his WrestleMania tickets.
that is correct. That is correct. And then also, of course, guys, if you haven't already, join the CR Media Discord. Got a lot of perks coming in the future for being a member of the Discord. One of which is if you are a Twitch subscriber and a member of the Discord, you got to watch Revolution this past weekend, which was fun. Me and Kai sat in there and watched it, and Hunter came through a little bit. Josh was in there, so we all got to chat and watch it at the same time. So it was lots of fun. But
Awesome, man.
yeah, getting all of that out of the way. Let's do you want to now, how do you want to do this, Scott? Do you want to talk about Revolution now and then break down Dynamite?
I think we should start with Revolution because obviously we missed that on Sunday/Monday morning because of the technical issues.
That is correct. That is correct.
But we won't spend too much time on it because
Agreed.
obviously that's going to take us 3.5 hours if we go over every single match.
Yes.
Great that we got Starks getting the win right from the start of the show.
Are you talking about Revolution?
Yes.
My bad. My bad.
I did say we were going to talk about Revolution.
Well, it kind of jumped into it, so I wasn't expecting it. You caught me off guard.
Surprise!
Gotcha, bitch. So yeah, the beginning started off with. Do you want to talk about the trios match on the 0 hour?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's go there.
Got Mark Briscoe. It was Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers against the Varsity Athletes, which is Josh Woods and Tony Nese and Ari Daivari. I thought it was, a good time to showcase Mark Briscoe and the Lucha Brothers. I would have liked to have seen this match on the main card, but obviously with the criticism of how long AEW shows go and their pay-per-views, I get it.
Yeah, and the fact it was only announced on Rampage that they were going to be in that match anyway. So
yeah,
it was a good little match for what it was. Definitely showcased the Briscoes and Briscoe and Lucha Brothers. anytime Lucha Brothers are in a match, they're always fantastic, even when they get busted up.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
So yes, starting off, the first was Jericho and Ricky Starks,
Yep.
with the JAS banned from ringside.
Of course. But
Which
as we know,
yes,
shenanigans play a part.
of course. But it was cool. Ricky Starks still got the win. It was
Yeah.
a decent match to start off with. So
For the fact that they had the shenanigans, it worked out really well.
yep.
I was expecting worse, but we got a better outcome at the end of it.
So the next match I was extremely critical of prior to the show.
Yes, you
And
were, sir.
I
You were
was.
so damn critical of it.
Well, the reason why was because uh um I missed where they
They didn't
implied
announce.
or announced that it was going to be a buried alive match, casket match, whatever. Um
That didn't even get announced until Rampage.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't. It didn't get confirmed until Rampage.
Yeah, because when we did the Dynamite post show, you and me both, you kept saying like a buried alive match or a casket match. I can't remember what you said, but you said one of them, and I was like, where the fuck is he getting this from? Like, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that at all. So
Yeah, I only went with what I could get from the promo that they showed at that point.
Yeah,
and then they confirmed that it was going to be they didn't call it a buried alive match, but yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I was extremely happy with it. I thought it went great. Obviously the right person won this time.
I'm glad they closed the door on it that way. And
yes,
I do have to say that coffin drop at the end, like as Stephen just brought up, that coffin dropping, I don't think that was planned. I don't think it was planned.
you think it was a malfunction?
Yeah, I think
you think Christian was a little rattled in there.
I wouldn't be surprised, man, because that just after he slammed the lid, it just went bam down, and it's like,
yeah,
well, shit, did not expect that.
The trios match, the trios championship, was not expecting wanted House of Black to win really, really bad. Was not expecting House of Black to win. Was expecting House of Black was expecting them to come really close and us maybe get a rematch. I mean, obviously we will get a rematch because the Bucks have or the Elite have their rematch clause, but
we'll go into that later.
Yep. But it like I said, I was very shocked that they won. Very happy with it. I thought the match was damn good.
Give me more of Buddy Matthews and Kenny Omega and Alistair Black. Malachi Black. And Kenny Omega. Give me more of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The moment where you've got them both sitting in the middle of the ring with Kenny and Malachi was just perfect.
Not just so I think Matthews and Malachi.
Yeah.
Or I mean Matthews and Kenny. I mean Matthews and Kenny. The crowd was really into it, and I think the crowd wants it too.
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews and Kenny Omega, I think it would be amazing.
They did the right thing keeping them away from each other for long enough. And we'll get into it later today about where I see it going from here.
Yeah.
Even the women's match, like as much as women's matches annoy me a lot of the time, this one was actually solid on the pay-per-view.
I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was bad at all. I didn't like I'm not a big fan of the us versus them. The the originals versus the Outcast thing. I think that's
I'm not a fan of that, but I like the heel turn.
yeah.
That
I
heel
did.
turn was amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, and I thought it was good. So,
It was absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best heel turns that Ruby Soho has ever done.
yeah. Jamie Hayter retained, which I didn't think was going to happen.
No, I thought we were going to get Saraya walking out with the belt.
Yep. Heel, and I thought the same thing. I thought we were going to get a heel Saraya title run with a babyface Brit taking it off of her.
Of course.
So I was very happy that didn't happen. So, Moxley versus Hangman in that Texas death match.
Not as brutal as I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Like, it was brutal, but it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was. And, like, that's what's kind of crazy is like a lot of people, like that seems to be like the sentiment of like, oh my God, it was so bloody. It was so brutal and blah, blah, blah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like it was, but I will complain about this. I hate that the term death match is thrown around just so easily.
They could have just made it, turn it, said no DQ.
Yeah. Especially in AEW, they use that term death match, and I don't like it because if you go and you watch Japanese death matches from the 90s, like that ain't a death match, bro.
No,
that match was no different than Cactus Jack against Triple H at Royal Rumble 2000, or Cactus Jack and Randy Orton at Backlash 2004, or Mick Foley versus Edge at WrestleMania 22. Like a hardcore match or an anything goes match is fine. Yeah. Like leave it at that. When you use the term death match, like I'm waiting to see barbed wire ropes. I'm waiting to see explosives,
light tubes, all that sort of crazy shit that you expect to see in a death match. Like you expect to see light tubes, you expect to see barbed wire wrap tables, barbed wire baseball bats, barbed wire ropes, as you said. You expect to see the absolute insanity of brutality. And I mean, I liked the fact that they used bricks, real bricks, not the cinder blocks that WWE uses.
Yeah.
Like the real brick situation was good, but other than that, it wasn't a traditional death match.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a little, you go back and you watch Japan death matches in the 90s. Mick Foley and Terry Funk. Mick Foley lost his fucking ear.
I remember in the tape trading days, I traded for the King of the Deathmatch pay-per-view, and just watching that with Mick Foley and Terry Funk, you thought that they were dead.
Yeah, that's a death match. Like that's a death match. A match where it's like you have to convince yourself that like, hey, this is still pro wrestling. This is still like they're not really killing each other, because it seemed like they were. And like, I mean, death matches aren't my thing.
No.
Like when I was younger, like in the tape trading days, when you got all that stuff, that was cool, man, because I was 14, 15, 16 years old, and it was just really fucking awesome to watch a guy get his ear ripped off. And to me, I respect death matches.
It was taboo because it wasn't something you'd see every week on Raw or SmackDown. Hi, Anthony. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Anthony Graves, guys. Make sure you guys show Anthony Graves some love on YouTube. Anthony does a lot of cool shit over there. But yeah, guys, death matches just weren't my thing. They used to be my thing. They just aren't now. Like I understand, I respect the shit out of those guys. It's cool, but it's just not for me anymore. And I guess it's because I'm old.
The biggest thing in regards to death matches is the fact that we have been so spoilt with the Attitude Era and the amount of blood that we've seen through come from companies through that Attitude Era and the early 2000s. Like, we've seen so much brutality, and now, and even with AEW, we've seen matches that have been a lot harsher than this one.
Yeah.
Like, a lot harsher than this one. And this one was mild at best for what is a death match.
Although,
don't get me wrong, it was great to see.
Yeah.
But
I love the match. I just, like I said, I just don't like how every single time AEW gets an opportunity, they'll throw the word death match on something. And I'm like, guys, come on, let's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, I loved the match. I thought it was great. I didn't think that we were going to see a fork.
No,
I just watched Michael Strider a few weeks ago from Deal with the Steel from 16 years ago. Michael Strider getting the fork out and stabbing Jeremy Wyatt and
maybe Moxley was watching that stream with you.
Yeah.
Maybe Moxley got some inspiration from your stream.
The powerbomb onto the chair. The powerbomb onto the chair was so close to being a disaster, but
I am so thankful that they did it the way that they did it, because otherwise, he would have been in hospital and someone ended up with a lawsuit.
Yeah. The TNT Championship, my guy. Wardlow and Samoa Joe. Wardlow comes away with the victory.
Yep.
And
that was good. Like, I'm glad Wardlow got the victory there.
I am too. Obviously we'll get into what happened tonight. Yep. But we'll get into what happened tonight, but I want to say this. If what happened tonight was going to happen, why the hell didn't we just make it a triple threat match at Revolution? I guess we needed it. Yeah. Because Wardlow had to get revenge because Joe cut his hair because his dad and all that other stuff. All right, that's fine. As I said it, I answered my own question. So
Joe lit the fuse on his. Joe lit the fuse on his tampon. So
yeah. The tag team championship match. Jarrett and Jay Lethal, the Guns, the Acclaimed, Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
The only winners that took out or that took the air out of the room and made the show quiet.
Well, you know what? I am 1,000 times grateful that the Guns won and not Jarrett and Lethal.
I thought it was going to be Jarrett and Lethal. I really did think it was going to be Jarrett and Lethal.
I don't know if you remember or not, but I'm pretty sure it was that match where I said in the stream, oh, you weren't in the stream. Kai was. I told Kai and Josh, I said, if Jarrett and Lethal win this, I'm turning this fucking stream off and going to bed.
That reminds me of the Darby Allin moment.
Yeah.
I'm turning this shit off and going, and got no
if
choice.
If Darby wins, I quit. And then the next week he fucking quit. Shout out to Dustin. I miss you, Dustin. But I shared that TikTok clip I made.
Yep. The best post show Dynamite show.
Yeah. And he replied back and goes, "Not anymore since I left." And I was like, well, that's a matter of opinion. But but what was cool about this match was afterwards, the Guns obviously grabbed a microphone, and they grabbed a microphone, and then we got a returning FTR, which it has not been confirmed, But, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that Tony Khan was going to bring FTR on TV and let them run a program with the tag team champions, and they haven't signed a contract because their contract's up April 1st, then you're sadly mistaken.
And like
FTR has signed a contract.
And like I said to you and numerous others, that contract promo photo was a crock of shit, was part of the story to play off the moment so that they could hide FTR coming back.
Yes, agreed.
And FTR weren't going anywhere. And if they
that's
were,
cool, man. I like it. I like it when I can still get worked. I love it. Yeah, it means the world to me that when a mainstream company like WWE or AEW can still work someone like me, you guys who have been fans for years and know the business and kind of know the ins and outs, not your casual fan, a little bit more of a hardcore fan, that's cool, man. I love it when they can do that.
Just say it. We're fucking marks.
Yeah, I hate using the term marks. Carny bullshit. The only time I will use carny and wrestling together is when I'm talking about promoters. Luckily, I don't have any of those here in the Kansas City area, but that carny bullshit should stay with those promoters who think that they can take advantage of wrestlers and take advantage of the fans. That's old carnival shit.
Yeah.
Like the guys that stand behind there and count the dollars while the kid throws the baseball, obviously hitting the mark, but tells them, sorry, you still didn't win the prize.
Yeah.
That's the only time I'll use that carny shit. I don't like using it. I'll use the term mark as kind of like a joke, but I'll never be like, oh, you marks.
Yeah. No, we're not. But
Christian Rose. So if you, we never got to do this interview live because Restream fucked up. Shocker. We didn't get to do this interview live, but we did that interview with Christian Rose. Mm-hmm. And if you go back, Christian Rose even says, like, I don't fucking like that term. And he was like, it's like Walmart saying, like, it's like Walmart making fun of all their customers while their customers are in Walmart. It's like, do you want to lose business? But Mark literally just means a fan not in the business. So yes, like it's just gotten a bunch of different meanings over the years, Kai. So, but the original term was from that carnival bullshit where
you're marked for being having the money, and we're going to take the money from you.
Yep. Guys who will shell out the money. Parents who will shell out money.
The mark. Yeah. It was literally they'd have
wipe chalk on your back.
Yeah, they'd have a kid or chalk on the back, and they'd mark you in a way so that they knew you got money. You're going to get taken to the table or taken to the where they play the games and stuff, and then you just missed out by that much, or you just missed out. Yeah. So
agreed. But fuck that term and fuck that meaning. There's my 3 F-bombs for the night.
And now we move on to the main event, the 1 hour, 8-minute main event.
Oh, okay. I was no, you said 1 hour, and then like my attention span kind of like dropped off, and then you were like 8-minute match. I was like, the fuck? I was like, it was 8 minutes, man.
It wasn't 1 minute, 1 hour, 8 minutes. It was 1 hour. I think it was 1 hour, 18 minutes. I'm not sure. I think.
You think it was 1 hour and 18 minutes, or do you think like some of that time was the time that they spent like putting the match back together to restart it or whatever?
Google. The runtime I think was it was 67 minutes, so 1 hour and 8 minutes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
1 hour and 8 minutes. So the hour. Look, I loved the disqualification. I loved the disqualification, and I thought it was brilliant. Like, yeah, Danielson got the two, like, was 2-0, but then MJF getting the 2 pinfalls after the disqualification was absolutely brilliant. Was I surprised at the amount of blood in this match? Yes, because there was a lot more than what was in Moxley's match. And Moxley bled a fair bit.
Yeah.
Moxley bled a fair bit, but there was a lot more on MJF by the end of that match.
You you want to talk about the elephant in the room?
Which one?
With this match.
Go for it. Go for it.
So there was a point in the match where MJF and Danielson went out into the crowd.
I was waiting for this.
And there was a mother standing there with a drink and her son sitting down, minding his own fucking business, not doing a damn thing. And MJF decides to take this drink and toss it on this kid. So there's a couple of things about that.
In all fairness, MJF probably thought it was just water.
Well, still, but so
it has come out now that it was tequila.
Yeah. So
and that it splashed the kid in the eye. So
yeah.
It didn't just get his pants, it splashed him in the eye.
Yes. Agreed. Which is no bueno.
I mean, it was great heel work by MJF. And a lot of people are dragging him over the coals for it, but he's a heel. What do you expect?
Well, so here's the thing. The child was legitimately upset, and rightfully so. He got a drink on. He got a drink thrown on him. And if I was a parent, I would be upset too.
But he got it made up to him by the fact that
that's what I'm saying. Like in the end, it was all cool. He got to meet Powerhouse Hobbs. He got to go backstage. They got him a shirt. Blah blah blah. I mean, we don't know all what was presented to him. Obviously, obviously there could have been more. And that's fine.
That's a great damn experience for that kid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask.
You got to think.
You think we think that's cool, but I mean, I'm sure if you're a kid and you get fucking tequila thrown in your eye, you might feel a little bit different.
I mean, tequila. The tequila factor, understandable. It shouldn't have been tequila. It should have been water. I mean, I understand that he can't really just smell the drink and then throw it on the kid.
Yeah.
But I think it was great. It was great heel work by MJF. I think that it's something we have not seen in this industry for a long time, and it's very, very old school.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm on the fence about it. I'm happy that the kid's okay. I'm happy that AEW Tony Khan made it right. Whatever. But I mean, so you throw a drink on my kid, man, we might have to throw hands. I might be getting escorted out by the police, and I don't want to sound hypocritical because I don't know if you remember, Scott, but I had Michael Strider on. When we had Michael Strider on the I-70 hot tag, there was a very, very popular, not popular, but viral video of a wrestler at an independent show tipping a guy's hat and then the guy going and swinging on the wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he kind of like flipped the hat. That's completely different than throwing a drink on a kid. Now, granted, like I said, like the fan in me is like, oh, that's cool. I mean, like MJF's showing real heel work. But at the same time, like, bro, if you throw a drink on if you throw a drink on my kid in the open like that, like it's on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you
I see
know,
where you're coming from.
you
Definitely
know what
see
I
where you're
mean?
coming
Like it's a little there's certain levels to that stuff.
from. Oh, definitely.
If he'd have pushed that kid, or if he'd have dumped the drink out and then threw the cup at the kid, something like that, maybe. I mean, I don't think there would be as much uprising about it. But like I
I
said,
think it's
I'm
more
on
the
the
fact
fence, dude. Really, I am. I'm kind of like 50-50 with it.
I
You
think
know,
it
like I said,
the
the
I think
wrestling
it's
fan in
really
me.
more that the fact of that since it's come out, the fact that it's the tequila is what has shitted people off because
I don't even think it's the tequila. I think it's just the drink on the kid. If he'd have thrown the drink, I mean, even if the drink was water, I
mm,
mean, you know, like in the spur of the moment, I mean, because like, yeah, now like it's cool because we know that AW took them backstage and made everything right. But
yeah.
in the spur of the moment, if he took his drink and threw it on one of your kids right in front of you, I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, I'm
We
throwing
might,
hands.
yeah, yeah,
I'm throwing hands. I'm
yeah,
definitely throwing hands.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Like
And
MJF is walking out with a black eye.
you know his mom had to pay at least she had to pay some good money for those tickets because they were right there on the floor. It's a
Yep.
pay-per-view.
And she got she was drinking tequila as well. So unless she brought that from
Yeah, yeah.
home, unless she and
Yeah.
Axel bite me, bitch. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure if someone fucking threw
Oh yeah,
tequila on his kid,
Axel's only doing that because it's MJF and
yeah.
Axel's a Long Island boy. Bro, if Axel threw a drink I mean if MJF threw a drink on Axel's baby girl, I don't care how old she was. I mean,
Axel
that's
would
different.
throw
That's
down.
different. You know what I mean? Like that's your baby. Like if
Axel would,
she's tiny right now, but
yeah.
imagine a few years from now when she's 5, 6, 7,
Imagine no.
whatever.
Imagine if she did it. If he did it to her now.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean,
I-
even a baby. Well, yeah, you're shifting there, but
Fuck off, Axel.
my man. Oh, that's great.
Fucking bring him in. Bring him in. I want to drill him.
Axel,
Axel,
I'm sure
you
Axel
better come. You better be prepared to get in here later on.
Let's
when we get to that point.
Not having the clock on the screen threw me off.
We're over 40 minutes in.
The tombstone that hit the middle that hit from the middle turnbuckle.
Yep.
Was ruthless.
Yep.
Here's my thing. The one thing about this match I didn't like. Bryan Danielson tapping out.
Yeah.
I get it, man. I really do. But
yeah. It's I mean, it's given us something for tonight, for tonight's show, and to talk about it with what came on in tonight's show. Like, so I see the point of it, but
I do too, man. I just, it was crazy to me because I was like,
you don't expect, to be beaten by his own move as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To tap out to it. Now I get it. There was a lot of stuff that actually I have to go back and watch that Iron Man match.
Yeah, I mean it connects.
I have to watch it. I have to watch it a couple of times. And maybe after a couple of times of me watching it, maybe I will warm up to the fact that he tapped out.
I think the best thing is that it connects to tonight. Like they didn't just blow it off, and it actually connects to what we see on what we saw on Dynamite.
Yeah.
And what the go was with, which we'll get into at a later point when we get to that section. But before we get there, your opinion of Dynamite tonight, what did you think?
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
What was your overall thought about Revolution?
After first viewing, solid show. As I've said previously, AEW always knows how to pull it out at a pay-per-view. At a pay-per-view or a premium live event, they know how to pull it out.
It's a pay-per-view with AEW because so I give WWE shit because they call it premium live events, but WWE's not on pay-per-view anymore. So
No, they're not.
I mean, they can call it a premium live event if they wanted to.
But definitely for what it was, solid pay-per-view, solid show. It was great card for what it was. Like the matches actually some of the matches made sense. The only downfall was probably the quiet point when the tag team titles were kept by the Guns. But we're going to see from there what goes into tonight. So
yeah.
Overall, definitely, I'd rate it a high, like 8.7 for the whole show.
I like that. You guys know how stingy I am with my ratings. Yep. So mine is a solid 8.1, 8. I liked everything about this show. I thought I like if FTR returning was really big for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, you guys know I'm real stingy with my ratings.
Look, it could have been a disaster.
Yeah,
it could have been
there was no build up. There was no build up.
Yeah, there was
no
a lot of
whatsoever. There was a build up. There was a build up, but the build up lacked. It felt very flat.
And I said I said this last week on the Jake analysis scale. But I said this about it.
Hey man, at first, Jake, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Jake
was asking the questions. Yeah.
No, Jake gave it a 10.5, man. And I was like, first initial reaction, I was like, that's the best rating that Jake has given. A 10.5, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But
hey, look at the fact that him and Axel were on the same side for once. There's a first for everything. And we witnessed history. Jake and Axel being on the damn same side.
All right. So now we ask, what did you think of Dynamite tonight?
So in the Discord, or in ABJ's Discord at least, everybody's commenting saying they felt it was an average show. They felt it was not great, not solid, and there was things that could have been improved on. In agreement of some of that, but I also think that this was well structured tonight. This show was so well structured, even though we had back-to-back interview segments. This show was better structured than last week's show. And I would give it at least a 6.5.
I'll agree, because I think that they had more.
I'm going to say cocaine there, Kai.
Playing Pokemon.
While doing cocaine.
That's usually what he's doing, I think.
Yeah, he's usually playing Pokemon.
Yeah, he's usually playing Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah. He was playing Pokemon while doing cocaine.
Yeah. No, I like I said, I'll agree with like the 6.5. Yeah. I thought it was a good show. I thought it helped continue storylines, while also, it continued where last night left off, and also introduced some new stuff. And we'll get into that. So,
Sure. I mean, look at how we started. We started with Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal for the All Atlantic Championship.
By the way, it was announced later in the show.
We'll get there.
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll get there. We'll talk about that when we get to that section.
I know. I shouldn't skip or move around.
But Jay Lethal versus Orange Cassidy.
I've put myself on a Gears of Kai says Coke toast my guy. Don't let Josh see that, dude. Josh will get very upset if he finds out that you're Coke toasting people.
I don't have any Pepsi products, so I can't bring one up.
Yeah. So I'm on a very strict diet, so I'm snacking on some pistachios. So,
you're sucking on those nuts.
Yeah, heard that.
Those slap nuts.
It's not funny.
Yes, it is.
It's not funny. It's definitely not funny.
Love you, Chase.
So yeah, Orange Cassidy defeated Jay Lethal to retain the AEW All Atlantic Championship.
Yep.
And
I wouldn't give it as strong as they normally do. Like, this match probably wasn't as strong as the normal opening show, but it was decent for what it was. And like what we got after the match has set up what is going to happen in the future. So I think Tony Khan's paid attention to some people and gone, well, people want to have some connection to the story, and we're going to try to give you that.
All right. So not to veer too much off subject, but now this comment has completely different meaning now. You and I thought he meant like a Coca-Cola toast, my guy. But according to this comment, he actually means the Coca-Cola.
Hey, Clinton.
Clinton, appreciate you joining, sir. We are talking about AEW Dynamite. Is Clinton a bandmate, or is he?
No, he's in ABJ's Discord. So,
oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, ABJ found him playing COD one night, and they've come. He's joined the Discord. He's into wrestling as well. Loves Power Rangers as well. So,
hi, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So,
my guy. All right. Well, so then Renee interviews
Powerhouse
Hobbs, who talks about tonight, becoming the TNT champion.
Yep.
Ricky Starks comes out. Before he can say anything, the Bullet Club's music hits.
No, he said he was not sure where he's going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said he was not sure where he was going to go because he said he's done it all.
Not sure what next.
It was kind of rehashing the Cody Rhodes promo, but without the "I'm leaving the company" situation.
So, yeah, right.
Yeah. But then, you're right. Bullet Club logo, and not who I was expecting, but
not who I was expecting either. Because we know the juice has been there, so I was looking for a surprise. I honestly thought we were going to get Jay White.
With Jay being out of the Bullet Club now because he's left Japan. I was gonna say it could have been Chris Bay or one of the guys from Impact.
Yeah,
like Ace Austin or Chris Bay coming down to do it, but no, Juice Robinson and even Excalibur brought up on the show like that they thought he was out of Bullet Club because of the fact that he's appeared for AEW and worked with AEW.
But everybody knows when you're Bullet Club for life, you're Bullet Club for life.
Yep.
Clinton is not a fan, man. He said, AEW tonight, what in the literal pile of crap did I watch? I mean, QT Snooze Fest, Marshall. Really, was that even necessary?
We will get there eventually. Trust me, we will get there, and I will have my criticisms on that. But we'll let us get through the rest of the show first, because
absolutely
there's a lot to talk about from tonight's show. And yeah, even Steven's got it right. It could have been David Finlay, like cementing his place as the Bullet Club's leader. I mean, are we getting Finn Juice again? Who knows?
Who knows? Renee is in the ring. Ruby Soho comes out. Obviously, the big surprise, Ruby turned heel at Revolution, so they're talking about that.
Yep.
And then
a lot of shit about the company and the stars.
I love the match. Like we mentioned with our review of Revolution. Thought the women's match was very good. I'm not a big fan of this us versus them, the former WWE versus the AEW originals. I think that's weird, but whatever. If we can get good women's matches out of it, and maybe help.
I think we're going to get good women's matches out of it, especially with I don't agree with the us versus them mentality and that sort of shit. I don't agree with it. I don't think it's going to work. But I think we definitely have the potential of getting some really good women's matches, especially if we look at who they're bringing in to defend AEW. We're going to have some really quality matches. Like after the match, obviously, where Ruby wins, because she wrestles Sky Blue, she brings out Sky Blue and continues to attack her. Tony and Saraya continue the attack. But then Willow comes out. And we all know how damn good Willow is.
Yep.
Of
course.
I mean, there are people in this live chat and in the Discord that will give their left testicle to be just 100 meters away from Willow.
Yeah. I'm very excited, or I'm glad to see that they're mixing Willow up and stuff. I think that's cool. Obviously, I'm a huge Willow fan, and I think she deserves it. I think Willow, like I said, I think Willow could be the new. I think Willow could be what Bayley was in NXT in 2015, 2016. That's how I look at Willow.
I could see that, but I'd prefer her not to go the whole best friend smiley bloody inflatable tube thing, because
obviously minus the inflatable tube. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like just that bubbly
definitely
personality.
The top.
The top baby face is what I mean.
Yeah.
And so after that, very cool interview with Renee and Hangman. I love how Renee still does the interviews, even with Mox being her husband, and everybody knows Mox is, because it kind of adds to that dynamic. And we've seen Hangman, approach that.
Yeah.
These past few months, and that's been really cool. And he did it again tonight.
Yeah, he did, and he even said
he apologized and said hopefully they can move on and whatnot.
And hopefully I'm done with this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And then we got the MJF video, which that video being shot after, like, I got to give props to AEW for their bloody video packages on both on MJF and Brian tonight, because those two videos, the production quality and what we got from them was absolutely amazing.
I agree.
I felt so much from both of those videos tonight.
Yep. MJF stated March 15th is his birthday, so he's going to stroll into Winnipeg and have a party. His reign of terror has only just begun.
Yep. Clinton, just before we go any further, Clinton, I can tell you that Kenta would probably never be the leader of the Bullet Club. The only reason for that is because the Bullet Club is technically a Gaijin faction, which means white faction in Japan. So a non-native faction in Japan.
So it's racist.
Essentially, yeah. Essentially, it's a little bit racist.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so Kenta probably would never be the leader, but I do understand where you're coming from, where ELP should have been the replacement, but that's a whole nother show that we'll talk about at a later point.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tony Schiavone.
Yep, with the FTR.
That's correct. Very excited. Like we talked about Breaking Down Revolution. Very excited to have FTR back. They were looked like they were pretty excited to be back themselves.
They look like they bogged up a little bit since.
Oh yeah.
They look like they've bogged up a little bit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you look at them and there's a bit of solidness to
just a little bit
boys now.
Just a little bit. Cash looks pretty stacked. Which is nuts. But good for them. They glad to see that they were able to get some stuff worked out, and so excited to have them back. I
was surprised here that we did not get the Ass Boys attacking them.
Yeah.
I thought we would have. Got that, but instead we got a clear-cut, clean interview with the fact that they challenged the Guns to a tag title match, and basically saying they're coming for the titles.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like, the only thing I could nitpick about this interview, if I wanted to nitpick it, and I will, was when he called them entitled.
Yeah.
So, and I get when wrestlers are like, "Oh, you're entitled," like Orton used to have that title, right? Orton used to have that title of being entitled because he's Bob Orton's son. He's, he's a handpicked protege, all the other stuff. Like we're talking Orton like 25 years or 22 years ago, very entitled, very arrogant, very cocky. For storyline wise, I don't feel like that fits the Ass Boys because their dad turned on them and went with the Acclaimed. So, you know what I mean?
Look, like ABJ said he thought at the pay-per-view that's where we were going to get Billy Gunn turning back to join the Ass Boys.
Yeah.
or the gun club, I should say.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it. So
Yeah. They'll always be the ass boys. So
Yeah.
don't feel like you have to retract. The
But-
premier will always be the P boys, and the gun club will always be the ass boys. That's why one day, hopefully, if the ass boys ever go on a independent tour, I would love to get the ass boys versus the P boys.
The P in the ass.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
I have a feeling that's the next clip.
Yep. The P in the ass.
Then we get Jade Cargill, our first footage of Jade Cargill in what, 3 to 4 weeks?
The best that Canada has to offer.
Yeah.
Trish Stratus is on WWE.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So who's the best that Canada has to offer?
Yeah, I was going to say Trish is already signed with the other company. So
I'm dead serious, dude. Who's the best Canadian female who's a free agent right now?
probably Justin Bieber.
Is Justin Canadian?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So is Nickelback.
I love both of them, Justin Bieber and Nickelback. So,
Baby.
oh, like man. Sorry.
Yeah, we went there.
My wife actually has a video of me doing that, but I'm half toasted at a family get together. So
sounds about right.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell we're going to get. You reckon it's Taya? Axel reckons it's Taya.
Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah.
That's a damn good. I would be
I mean that
okay with
indicates an Impact working relationship.
Yep.
But
yep.
I mean, we did get Juice Robinson coming across, so, and he's been with Impact for a bit as well.
But Juice is with AEW. Juice has been signed to AEW, hasn't he?
I believe so, but he also still has his dates with New Japan.
Yeah,
he still has dates with New Japan. Yep. So,
which is not shot. I mean, obviously AEW and New Japan have a working relationship. AEW and
Angelina Love. You reckon it's going to be? I don't think so. I don't think it'll be Angelina Love.
I forgot Gail Kim was.
But isn't Gail Kim retired?
I still would love to see her come out for one more match.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but I thought she was retired. So,
and even if she came over and, but Steven, I know Angelina's in NWA, but I don't know if NWA has exclusive contracts.
They do for some of their talent.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that, we have not seen where Nick Aldis is going to land, considering he was the hottest free agent at the start of the year.
I guess never mind.
Say it.
Shut up.
Say it.
Nope.
Say it.
Nope.
You don't want to burn that bridge, do you?
No, I don't.
Fair enough.
Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, and Sammy Guevara to take on Top Flight, Darius Dante, and AR Fox.
Look, Axel always gives shit to AR Fox. I don't know why, but the dude can go. The dude can wrestle. Like, the guy is talented. Like, keeping AR Fox and Top Flight together was a very, very smart move. because that team, they just work brilliantly together. And I have to take over the show because Chase is eating his nut.
No. Tyler Valkyrie may be maybe good as a Canadian, but remember, we were supposed to have a champion versus champion match with Thunder Rosa last year. She was the AW Women's Champion at the time, and Taya was the AAA champion, and we were supposed to get that match, but it was called off due to Thunder Rosa being injured. Yep.
Yeah,
Hunter.
You heard me right. He's eating some nuts.
Yes.
He's eating Jeff Jarrett's slap nuts.
Pistachios.
He's eating Jeff Jarrett's slap nuts.
No. I have tried to find that old WCW shirt. I would buy that shirt. Don't mind Jeff Jarrett. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett as a champion or as an active wrestler on my TV in 2023.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not ideal.
I do say, but getting back to this match, like solid match. I think the wrong team won. However, with what came after, it set the stage for what it is. So, it set the stage for what we got next week.
Yeah. Do you think we could get blood and guts with all three of those teams?
No. I've got a thought about blood and guts, and I'll get to that when we get to the match that it concerns.
I think we already passed that match.
No, we haven't passed it yet. We're not there yet. But
I'm very interested. I mean, I disagree, but I'm very interested to see what you think it is.
Yeah. But after the match, obviously, with Jericho winning, or the JAS winning, they go on the promo and say that they declare themselves the number one contenders.
Shit. Never mind.
Now you see what I mean.
I do. I wouldn't mind seeing all three.
Wait till we get there.
I know. Right, my bad.
Trust me. Wait till we get there. So
yeah.
But we get Jericho declaring his team as the number one contenders for the trios titles, and he calls out House of Black. Lights go out. Everybody's thinking it's House of Black, but then your favorite song comes on.
It's a damn good song. I just don't like those assholes using it.
Your favorite song comes on.
Yeah.
And
love the song. It's a great song. I just don't like them using it because I'm not a big fan of those guys. They ruined that song for me.
Look, the fact that they came out was amazing. Like, to have, and Kenny's right. They've kept them away from each other for so long. To finally put the Elite and Jericho in a program together after what? We're into year 4 now of the company. We're into year 4. And they haven't touched each other. They haven't really touched each other in a 3-year period. So,
and that kind of sucks because the reason why that sucks is because I'm not big on this JAS Jericho character.
Yeah.
I'm not big on, you know what I mean? Like, and to think that we're 5 years removed of the Painmaker going to Japan and challenging Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
You know,
I see.
It's crazy to me. So now here we are 5 years later, and we're finally going to get a program with Jericho and Kenny and the Elite, and we've got to look and we've got to watch for. We got to watch it with the JAS and
Yeah.
the Wizard Chris Jericho, and that's not appealing to me.
No.
No.
We get the House of Black, obviously. I got to say one thing. Don Callis running out afterwards and saying that Jericho was the second best Canadian wrestler from Winnipeg, and then if he got in shape, Jericho would be the third best, was mint.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
I don't like Don Callis at the best of times, but that was absolutely mint for that program. It's like, whoo, hello. You hit the nail on the head.
I love Don. I think Don's a great I think Don is a great heel manager. So
I think we're getting more towards a face turn for the Elite, though.
It already happened.
Yeah, but I think we're getting more towards a face turn and them getting away from Don Callis. Like the look on Kenny tonight and the Bucks when Don came out and took the microphone. That was like sort of, why are you doing this? We can do it. We've got a hold of this.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to see where it goes from here. Like the Jericho House of Black Elite is going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, Clinton, don't do that. That would be an amazing match. But Jericho, if only we went back to Jericho in his prime, not in his AEW current Wizard JAS, I'm a turkey standpoint.
Well, even then, you know, yeah, I just feel like these past couple of years, like Jericho's really started to show his age.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely aged and it's not looking as good. Like, and this is the thing. You'll notice, like, even with Sting, he's aged. You can see it in his face and in his hair, but he covers up his body more than when he wrestles now because he knows his age is there, and he knows he doesn't want to show like how Ric Flair looks saggy and like a deflated balloon.
Yep. Steven, I'm 50-50 on this, man. I think it would be very good. At the same time, I also think it would be very cluttered.
Yeah, that's my one concern is the cluttering of the match because you've got essentially three young teams and a Chris Jericho.
Yeah, unless they gave us blood and guts. If they gave it to us in blood and guts, that would be different. Because
I don't think it suits this feud, though. I don't think blood and guts suits this feud.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it does.
There's not a build up for it.
If there was a build up for it, and I think maybe the Elite versus House of Black could have a blood and guts match, but if we're going to have these three teams going in a roundabout way, it doesn't suit this feud.
Agreed.
It doesn't suit.
Agreed. So then Tony Khan is backstage, and he announces that Orange Cassidy has asked for an All-Atlantic title match against Jeff Jarrett next week, and Khan has granted him that match.
And it's going to be the last All-Atlantic Championship match.
That is correct.
Because we are getting a brand new title, and it is because technically it's going to be the same title, but
it's going to be rebranded.
The title has been now sponsored by Warner Brothers Discovery, and is now going to be the AEW International title.
Interesting. Sounds an awful lot like the Intercontinental Championship, but I digress.
It's like, do Do you remember back in the 90s, the WCW International Championship?
No.
You don't remember the early 90s? Ric Flair had the World Championship. Sting held the WCW International Championship.
I do.
Eventually, they merged. Like,
you think this is something you could see here with this?
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope we keep this belt as a intercontinental style.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because
I think that AEW needs that championship, and I like that. I was very excited. I was there when they announced the title. So I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I hope that they if they merge it, it's a stupid idea. But if they keep it separate, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. We
As
get the Brian.
Yep, the Brian video. And as I said, I've got to commend AEW for the 2 video packages, MJF and Brian, because that was fantastic.
Yep. Brian Danielson mentioned that MJF was right. Danielson's first thought and his first instinct when he woke up being unconscious was he needed to fight. Danielson, though, knew he couldn't feel his arm, and he said it dawned on him what Max had said. He wouldn't be able to play with his kids. He tapped, and it made him more ashamed than anything else. He said it's time to go home.
Yeah. Which, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Look at it. The man.
Mick is here.
Mick Thomason.
Welcome, Mick. It's good to see you.
Give the international title to Kushida. I like that idea.
But Brian going home, good. It's good for the company because we're going to get a refreshed Brian down the track, and we're going to get him probably. Maybe going home was code for going to Japan to rehone his skills.
Maybe.
Or going to ROH.
Maybe he's just taking some time off.
Yeah.
So the next match we got Jon Moxley and Claudio with Wheeler Yuta against Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Yep.
So let's talk about blood and guts.
Well, Mox and Claudio get the win, obviously.
Yep.
BCC turn heels tonight. 100% heels because they. What the fuck were you just smelling?
It's my pistachio bag. Those pistachios taste amazing, man, but they smell like dog duty. I'm sorry.
Fucking Christ. Oh, Lord.
I'm not a fan, my guy. Not a fan. Tastes very good, but smells like dog duty.
That is the new promotion for that brand of pistachios.
Yep.
Anyway, the BCC finally turned heels, and I called this the other week when we had a bit of heel work from Wheeler Yuta.
Yep.
But they finally did the full heel turn.
And this was perfect because if you watch it or you look at it, this was right after Brian Danielson.
Yep.
Now remember, Brian is still part of the BCC, but Brian's a babyface right now. So they let him say, "Hey, I'm going home. I'm dipping out." Now we bring the Blackpool Combat Club out and they turn heel. It worked out.
It worked out brilliantly.
But here's my problem. We're done. I'm done. Like after Sunday, I'm ready to move on. It's time for Hangman Adam Page and Jon Moxley No, I am. I am ready to move on.
Are you now though?
It's time for Moxley. It's time for Moxley and Hangman Page to move on.
But we
then here we are.
We get a returning Evil Uno getting the shit kicked out of him.
Returning, my guy. He was only gone for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but it's still technically a return.
All right.
We get a returning Evil Uno. We get him getting the shit kicked out of him to get Hangman coming down, limping, looking like he's just been in a fucking PS6 brawl.
Yeah, because he has.
And this is the thing this is where I said blood and guts.
Yep.
Because this is going to lead to Dark Order versus BCC in a blood and guts match because Moxley's not done. And he wants to tear apart Dark Order and Hangman.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But
that's my opinion.
I know. That's fine. Fine. But still ridiculous.
I think we're getting a Dark Order versus BCC blood and guts match.
Mox should have left for his vacation after Sunday.
Should have
go.
Yes,
him and Brian go. Claudio goes to ROH.
I think we're going to get this one last match that's going to be a blood and guts match, and it's going to give us the reason for Moxley leaving.
Kai knows. Kai was picking up what I was putting down.
Yeah.
He says, but with AEW, a lot of stars don't get used for weeks with no write-off. So is a couple weeks really a return?
Yeah, but this was this was a storyline write-off and return. So you had him beaten down by Moxley, left bloody before Hangman's match, and then he's returned after to be the savior, only to fail.
Yeah.
So
then we get Renee backstage with the Acclaimed, and then they get interrupted by Matt Menard and Angelo Parker, Daddy Magic, and
cool hand Angelo Parker.
Yep. And it looks like we could be getting something with them in the future, which would be nice.
The stiff nipples.
Yep. I think it's long overdue for those two to get a spot in the tag team title picture. I know former co-host of this show, Mark, would be very, very proud to know that that AEW has been utilizing a lot of tag teams and their 6-man tags quite a bit lately, quite fluently lately.
Definitely. I'm glad we're getting trios matches. I like you was worried, where are the trios titles going to go? Are they going to stay on the Elite and then we're just going to see nothing from it? And
the Elite's doing it on purpose. Let's see how this plans out. So here's how I've seen, or here's how I play this in my head. I want to believe that the Elite is not going to, but I can play it in my head where the Elite are dragging it out to where they become overly baby faces.
Yep.
And then they win them back because they heard the whispers when they first came back and they were doing that best of 7 series and they won and whatnot. They heard all the criticism. So part of me wonders if they just said, you know what, let's get them off. Let's rebuild and then let's do it again. I don't know. Maybe that's not what they're doing. Maybe I'm just being a dick. We'll see. But
we'll see. We will see.
Main event time. Scott, are you ready? Powerhouse Hobbs against Wardlow for the TNT Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Sunday. Sorry. But it's Wednesday.
Oh, shit. That reminds me of The Simpsons when Smithers got the job as the announcer. after being fired by Mr. Burns.
I dug this match, man. I thought it was really good. A lot of people had the issue with QT Marshall.
I
There's
missed the
obviously
first part
something
of it
there,
because of you.
huh?
I missed the first part of it because of you, because I was trying to sort out.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
or the Streamlabs thing.
Streamlabs, yeah.
My bad.
So,
My bad.
but the wife wrote down some info for me in regards
There
to
you
it.
go. There you go. Look at that, man. That's a
Yeah.
true tag team partner right there.
Yeah. So, I got that it started in the back. That we had a 2x4 involved. There was some chairs, and then Wardlow was dragged to the arena, or to the ring.
So I didn't mind the QT Marshall interference. What doesn't make much sense to me. So I have a weird memory. I remember everything, just about important stuff like wrestling and stuff. My kids' birthdays and my wife and I's anniversary, I don't remember because who the fuck has time for that shit?
They're not important.
Yeah, exactly. Wrestling over everything.
You just need your beanie. You just need your beanie now.
I'm gonna clip that. And tag Chuck in wrestling over everything. And I can see Chuck now going, that's not what I meant, but okay. But I remember QT Marshall saying to him that he always has his back or whatever, but the problem is that not everybody does. So this didn't make a lot of sense to people at first.
The thing is, you go back, and when Powerhouse Hobbs first started, he was part of the Nightmare Factory group, and he turned on them to join Taz. And then, since Taz's team Taz dissolved, he's been by himself doing this Book of Hobbs and all that sort of shit that has led to nothing, essentially. And then now he's the TNT champion.
Yeah. And like I said, I if they're going to do something with QT Marshall and Powerhouse Hobbs, cool. And I understand that they needed a write-off for, the Samoa Joe and the Wardlow thing with Joe cutting Wardlow's hair because of his daddy and stuff like that. But to me, if you were just going to have Hobbs win it,
why not?
Why didn't Hobbs? Yeah. Why not have Hobbs?
Make it a triple threat? Yeah.
Exactly. Or you could have had Hobbs face Wardlow later in the night.
Yeah, you could have cut 10 minutes from the Moxley match, and yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, you could have cut 10 minutes from the Moxley match, and just put Samoa Joe on 10 minutes earlier, and then have bloody Hobbs come down and cash in the golden donut.
Yeah.
The giant fucking golden donut thing that they carry around instead of a briefcase or a ring.
Brass ring.
It's supposed to be.
It's a direct shot at Vince McMahon in WWE.
Yeah. It's supposed to be that there is no brass ring to grab here in AEW, or that you grab the brass ring and you run with it because there's no ceiling. But
whatever. Sure. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we get to the end there, man, and
I think, Kai, that is actually a part of a story. There's probably something more to it, that because they alluded to it on the show. So
yeah, well, and not just even if it's not, that's really fucking stupid and shitty. To be like, oh, hey, because somebody broke into your car and stole our title, sorry, you're dropping the title tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't keep the title safe if somebody broke into your car and stole it. Like, I don't know. That to me, that would be like, yo, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like it's unlike Jericho, who went to a fucking restaurant, left it in the back of his car, and it got stolen by the guy who was driving the limo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fucking went to a restaurant and lost the title. I mean, Jericho played it off in story, and it was brilliant. But
so, other than QT Marshall, do you have anything to add to this?
QT Marshall can suck a fat one.
Okay, all right.
Look, QT Marshall, if you'd given me him a few years ago before he fucked himself up, I would have said go for it. But the fact that he hasn't done it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for our Revolution and Dynamite coverage. My guy, we did this in an hour and 30 minutes. I'm extremely impressed. Love it. Don't hate it. I was worried with us breaking down 2 shows, we were going to be here for 30 fucking minutes, 30 extra minutes or 3 hours, whatever you want to say. But no, we're gonna fly by this. Guys, the link is in the chat if you are interested in coming on the show, letting us know what you liked and what you didn't like tonight. Definitely click that link and come join. Real quick, Scott and I, while we're giving people time to join, I'm going to give you a couple minutes to get together, get your cameras ready, all that stuff to come join the show. While we wait,
if you are joining, make sure you have a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't have a camera, we don't let you in.
Exactly. But while we wait, we're gonna talk about Rampage and next week's Dynamite real quick. So on Rampage, you've got Sammy Guevara versus Action Andretti. Going to be a good match.
That's going to be a great match. That's not going to be a good match. That's going to be a great match, and hopefully we get the quality of the fact, and we get recovery from the fact of Action Andretti almost killing Sammy Guevara.
Yes.
Like, you got to admit, he almost fucking killed him in that ladder match.
He did. The Acclaimed will be in action. And then Takashita will take on Preston Vance. And then we're going to get a rehashed old match from the beginning of AEW. We're going to see Riho versus Nyla Rose. So all of that is going to be on Rampage. And then next week on Dynamite, you're going to see Orange Cassidy taking on Jeff Jarrett for the AEW International Championship, not to be confused with the WWE Intercontinental Championship. And then MJF is going to celebrate his Rebar Mitzvah, whatever the fuck that is. And then House of Black will defend their AEW Trios titles against the Elite and Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Daniel Garcia. Very excited to see that match. But guys, it looks like we only have one tonight, and I'm okay with that. Because it's a constant is what it is. Now why the fuck do I sound like a chipmunk?
Why does he sound like a chipmunk?
Hold on. I gotta fix that because I forgot I still had this on.
Have you got fucking helium in your room or something?
No, I had a voice changer, and I'd like to apologize to Chase because I did not realize that I had it on.
No,
and I also didn't realize it would change your voice as well.
No, I just heard my echo. That was it.
It
didn't change my voice. I just heard the echo.
That shouldn't have. Hold on a minute. Why didn't that? I thought I had freaking. Let me put my headphones on. I didn't realize. Well, the whole mystery was freaking. I was going to come on and freaking do a whole thing and make you laugh. But obviously that
It worked.
I'm
It
laughing.
worked.
I'm laughing on the inside, but I'm laughing.
Our
I think
game
I'm
show
gonna-
host Hunter
I-
Dillon.
I think
Everybody.
I'm going to earn a chop from Chase. I'm a little frightened. Anyway,
Hunter,
welcome to awkward time with Hunter Dillon.
Not
So
the H dog yet. We're not at H dog yet, are we?
moving swiftly on before I get myself into any more deep doo doo. So I mentioned in your Discord earlier today, Chase. And if you're not in Chase's Discord, why the hell aren't you? Because he's getting very
exactly.
because he's getting very close to 50 members, and we want to get him there.
Yeah.
I
If
mentioned
if you join, you'll get a special welcome package from Chase.
yes, you will.
You'll
I
get a
mentioned-
robot that waves high.
I mentioned earlier today that tonight when I came on, you were going to be witness to a first. So, what do you think I normally have every week when I come onto these shows?
I already know, man. This was a damn
Oh.
good show. It was a damn good show tonight, Hunter. And tonight, for the first time ever in the history of the CR Media AEW Dynamite Post Show, there is going to be no skip cards.
Not for this show, but for the first time ever in the history of the CR Media channel, an AEW show, not Dynamite, but an AEW show, gets a wild card. And that show happens to be AEW Revolution. The entire show on Sunday was absolutely phenomenal. It was fantastic. Everything I could have asked for. And this leaves me asking Tony Khan, why the hell can't you do this on your weekly shows? Come on.
Because
You're
if he did
killing
it
me,
every
Smalls.
if he did it every week, Hunter, then it wouldn't be special when they do it for the pay-per-view.
True. But unfortunately, though, this kind of leads me to
Tonight.
this. You got to take the good with the bad, as we always say. And unfortunately, Sunday was good. Wednesday, well, actually, before I get to my skip cards, which there are a lot of them, I do want to mention one thing. I was going to give a skip card for Revolution to the women's show, to the women's match, because that was the only weak match of the whole card. I kind of considered it. I was going back and forth. I went back, watched the match again. And another first. I decided to play a reverse card and absolutely rescind my skip card. Because while the women's match was the worst match on the card, it really didn't have anything, honestly, really skip-worthy. There were no botches. Nothing was screwed up. It was great. It was a good match. So I decided to just play a reverse card and just say, hey, that was a good match. The whole thing was a wild card for me. On the other hand, tonight, I kind of wish I had stayed in bed. Because
Man.
the whole show
See, everybody's
Me.
shitting on it.
was a disaster.
Everybody else is shitting on it, but I actually thought it was a damn decent show.
I
What?
mean, you want to know how bad it was to me, Scotty or Raz? I just
Call me whatever you want. Call me cunt if you want to.
I won't do that. Only your wife can do that. But
no, Chase has called me it many times.
if you really want to know how bad it was, I actually turned the whole show off before the main event. That's the first time I've ever done that.
See, I'm not understanding this. The pacing tonight was absolutely brilliant. I'm not having a go at you here, Hunter. I'm just saying that the pacing of tonight's show was so much better off than what we had last week, where we were going into a pay-per-view and we had no build-up for matches that should have had a fuck ton of build-up.
Yeah.
Like I
And
got
then
we got continuations of stories. We got a build on stories. We got a build on the Soraya and Ruby Soho stuff. We got a build on the John Moxley thing. Okay, Chase thinks it should have ended, but I think we're getting a blood and guts match out of it. We've got a build on the House of Black having the trios titles and the fact that they're staying relevant with those titles. We're getting, as much as I hate it, we're getting Jeff Jarrett in an all-Atlantic title match. I think that the story, what people have asked for in regards to wanting more story and wanting more from AEW to continue stories or build the stories, is what we're getting, what we got this week.
yeah. Well,
I'm not trying to shit on you here, dude.
I know.
Like, I'm just trying to see from people's other point of view, but I quite enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's okay. I'm not gonna argue with you. Obviously, we're all entitled to
I'm
our
just
own
confused
opinion.
why when Scott, is naming off all these things, he goes, "Oh fuck, we're getting Jeff Jarrett and Orange Cassidy and Atlantic. That's not okay."
I mean, but it built off the story of Jeff Jarrett and his crew with the best friends situation. So it's not like it's just a random match. It's built off that story of the best friends and Jarrett and Lethal.
But I did see the outcome to the main event, and I'm just glad that I tuned out when I did, because had I not, I probably would have thrown my remote control at my TV screen and would have had to pay $1,500 to buy a brand new TV. Because if there's one thing I really, really do not like, or in this case, one person,
QT Marshall.
QT Marshall.
Or QT Marshall.
Interesting.
I would call him something else, but I'm not going to risk it.
Just say it. I've already said it.
QT more shit.
More shit.
I've already said the word cunt on here, so.
Yep.
One more thing.
Fucked it up for all of us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you knew me.
I know.
You've known me for how long now, Chase?
Yep.
You were talking earlier, Chase, about the whole thing with Premier and with the Ass Boys. I made a joke. I don't know. You probably missed it, but you were saying that the Premier and the Ass Boys should go up against each other. I think they really should team up, make a faction, call themselves Pee and Poo.
I like that. I wouldn't hate it.
Piss and shit.
I wouldn't hate it. Hunter, since you're the only person that joined tonight, we're gonna extend your welcome a little bit. We're not gonna hold you to the 2 minutes. Very excited. Tomorrow night, sometime tomorrow night or early Friday morning, the custom-made I-70 Hot Tag Championship will be delivered.
Ooh!
The minute you upload that, I'm having a wank.
Yeah.
Just so
the
you
guy,
know.
the guy who made this title, Muhammad, who his Facebook group is MA Belts. Go check him out. He's not the guy that made the I-70 Hot Tag one, but he is the guy who made this one behind me. Offered me a world heavyweight championship at a discounted price because he wants me to do an unboxing review for it. So I got it at a killer price.
That's awesome.
So he's he goes, Jeff Hardy or Ric Flair? And I go, Ric Flair.
And
as much as I hate Ric Flair, it's got to be Flair.
Yeah. And talking,
I'd rather have CR Media, but I wasn't going to ask him to make me a custom plate.
And going back to what Scotty said about what he said, I heard that. I'm going to take a page out of Chase's book. I heard that. I wish I didn't, but I did.
Well, she said, but I did.
I said I'm going to have a wank, my friends.
Yes.
You can find that on Omegle later.
Oh, I know. This is not the time for me to be going into H-Dog mode live on stream.
Oh, come on, you know it is.
Trust me, Chase, you don't want to know. You do not want to know.
All right. Hunter,
This is
Hunter, what was your
ruined.
favorite part about AEW Dynamite tonight?
If you want to believe it, the Don Callis moment.
I like Don. I think Don is very entertaining.
I normally hate his guts, but man, he was the star of the show tonight. I can't take it from him.
Yep.
Let-
Kai knows. Yep.
Axel, get your butt in here.
You're not wrong, Axel.
Axel doesn't like to come on the show anymore.
I know.
I know.
I think he's afraid you'll kick him out again.
Oh, I
Only
did
'cause-
kick him out one night, didn't I?
Yeah, because of the Jeff Jarrett
Last
thing.
week.
Oh, was
No,
it last week?
no. It was the other week. It was the week before.
Yeah, it
All
was the
I
other
know
week
is-
with the Jeff Jarrett theme.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I was high as balls.
You're always as high as balls.
I was high as balls, and I remember doing it, but I thought maybe I didn't do it the next day. The next day I woke up and I was like, I'm pretty sure I kicked Axel out of the fucking stream. And then I was like, nah, I think I dreamt that.
I got a sponge for a brain. I can tell you, no, you were not dreaming. It was real, and it was, well, depending on who you ask.
It was funny, wasn't it?
It was hilarious.
Me, I'm a little indifferent, depending on the week. Well,
It's okay. We love
By the
Axel,
way,
but
in case
he
you're wondering-
earned that kicking that time. So
in case you're wondering, yes, I'm going to pop Josh Elliott right now. I'm going to make him pop.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. Nice.
A Diabetic 7. I want to thank Josh for, I don't know if he bottled this exact bottle, but I want to thank Josh anyway.
Josh hasn't bottled anything. Josh hasn't bottled anything in years. Josh, you know what Josh's job consists of? Getting on the computer and making spreadsheets and
the only
blah.
bottling that Josh has done is his pent up anger towards Chase.
yeah. Or making bottles for his babies.
Do I have to lock you two in a steel cage?
Oh, I'd beat the dog fuck out of Josh. Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, I don't want to have one of you do
Listen, there's only a couple people in this chat or in this room that would get this. But if Josh and I were to ever step in the ring, I would take Josh down to my dungeon and make him my medieval puppy dog bitch. So Scott, how many coffees have you had?
This is my second one today.
All right, guys.
Well,
I think it's gonna do it.
Wow.
welcome you to the X-rated version of whatever this is.
The Post Dynamite show is no longer the Post Dynamite show.
I think we've gone completely off the rails, and I think it's kind of my fault.
And you know what? We love it. You know that we love it here at the Post Dynamite show.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. All
And
right,
if
Hunter.
Tracy-
Let everybody
if
know where
Tracy
they can find you on
Ullman-
social media so we can kick your ass out real quick.
Hey, now, don't you? No, never mind. On all the socials, on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the Twitch, on the YouTube, at 100$95. Again, we are still 3 followers away from 300 over on the Twitch side. So if you want to come follow me and you haven't already, go ahead. I do a lot of game shows, board games. I've started getting into Marvel Snap, which is a lot of fun. And
What is that game?
It's kind of like it's a mobile card game where you got
Fuck
superhero
that.
cards that do different. Oh,
I'm
never
done.
mind then.
I'm checked out. Sorry, Hunter. Anything that has to, any of those fucking ones that have to do with cards, I'm done. I'm done. That WWE Super Card shit.
Then you certainly won't like Uno.
No. Real card games are fine. Real card games are cool, Hunter. I don't want to fucking play a card game
real
on the
card
screen.
game?
Huh?
Did you just call Uno a real card game?
Yeah. Well, they're real cards. You know what I mean? Like deal out cards. But
yeah, I know what you mean. Not these digitized ones that you can just buy and play. Yeah,
Marvel Snap and WWE Super Card and.
But yes, you can find me on all the socials. I also forgot to mention, if you want to play, if you want to friend me on Steam, you can do that at $100.95, on Xbox at $100.801. And if you have an Xbox, you can play with me as long as the games are compatible. Because I got an Xbox One. Okay, we learned that the hard way.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
No. I'm going to be using Steam for because I'm going to do a little bit of retro gaming when I stream on Twitch sometimes. And I have Steam. I have RetroArch on Steam.
I have new Retro Arcade Neon. I've got a whole virtual arcade. I got the i70 hot tag as a
badass
poster in my arcade.
I don't hate it. All
does.
Right, Hunter.
He was so proud when he put it in there, and it was a moment.
And I was so proud when I saw it, man. All right, Hunter. We must apart now. So I must bid you farewell.
Yes.
So
I will see. Hopefully, I'll see if not you, I'll see Raz in the Discord. Hopefully, it was fun, gentlemen. It was fun, but now I have to go, and of course, I must leave you by saying, wherever you are, wherever you may be, don't be a skip card. It's not healthy.
Agreed. All right, Hunter. Have a good night, sir.
Good night.
I think that's it.
What? We don't have Axel joining us tonight?
We don't. Psych!
Ah! Here he is.
What up?
Oh,
what's
shit,
up,
we can
buddy?
hear him.
Yeah, what's going on, homie?
You're
scared. On the
computer
computer tonight.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop. Alicia just got off work.
Fair enough.
I'm fine. I'm just not feeling that great.
Like, what do you
Don't
mean
tell
by
me you
not
got
feeling
COVID
that
again.
great?
I don't have COVID again. I've just been sick.
That's not good, dude.
That sucks. I hate that.
Yeah, it sucks. So, what did you guys want to talk about? You guys summoned me. So,
we were just we wanted to get your thoughts on Dynamite.
I thought it was awesome. I thought everything that Hunter said was just wrong.
You thought everything that Hunter said was wrong?
Yeah.
I thought some of what Hunter said was wrong too. But you know what?
As I said, I thought this show was solid and it was a decent show. It wasn't bad.
No.
Like, it was actually a good quality show. You had a strong match card. Okay, we didn't get many matches, but you had a strong match card, and you had the fact that they built on the stories.
Besides the ending to Raw, I thought Raw sucked. So
I haven't watched Raw.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, so
it's not that great. So
hold on, no, I watched part of it, and that was the John Cena coming out.
Sunday was super hard for me because I had Revolution, and then we watched The Last of Us.
Aren't you thankful we didn't do the Revolution post show?
Oh, thank God. I was so upset. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to miss it.
No, that's what tonight was for. So,
yep.
Yeah.
I just haven't watched. I mean, maybe it was decent, maybe it wasn't. I just haven't watched Raw because I just haven't had the time. I usually will watch it on Hulu. So,
did you start The Last of Us?
I haven't. haven't, because I haven't beat the game yet.
Oh,
I want to play. I want to beat the game before I start the show.
what part do you want in the game?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's been that while since I played. I've been playing Harry Potter, dude.
Oh, so have I.
Yeah, I got my Xbox Series X, and then when
Don't
Harry
say
Potter
that on
came
this
out,
stream. We're going to get cancelled.
Bro, isn't Hogwarts Legacy awesome?
We're going to
It's
get
amazing.
cancelled.
No. They fired her. They took the rights. They took the rights of it away to her. So, you know,
We're still going to get cancelled.
now everybody's cool with it. So,
No, they're not. They're still going on about it.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
don't
game.
care. Yeah,
Um,
just like you know, Axel don't care what those people think. If he did, he wouldn't be wearing a CM Punk shirt.
yeah. I mean,
Best
fuck,
in the world.
fuck CM Punk, but it's a comfortable shirt.
It's a Punk hoodie.
Not fuck CM Punk.
It is the Punk hoodie.
But you guys were talking about MJF earlier.
Yeah, we were.
So what's beef
You
with
can't,
that?
you can't tell me that if he threw that tequila on your kid, you wouldn't fucking throw hands.
No.
Yeah, you would.
You tell
No.
Alicia. Okay? Ask Alicia right now. Ask her right now if she'd be cool with MJF throwing a drink on that baby.
Would you be cool with MJF working the crowd and throwing something on Arya, being a heel?
I wouldn't bring her to a show knowing that that's a possibility.
Right. But if she was,
I like that.
Even if I were to bring her to a show, I wouldn't definitely be anywhere near front row.
yeah, no, front row sucks because we're short.
Alicia, imagine you're at the show and that you had her with you and MJF threw the drink on her. How would you react?
He's a heel, so he's just playing the crowd.
But how would Alicia react?
I would have knocked it out got myself hit over her. But I wouldn't be like, I'd be like pissed, but I wouldn't like do anything about it.
Yeah, no, it's fucking stupid.
I'd beat that dude's ass.
No, you wouldn't.
If he dumped a drink on my kid, I'd fight
No,
him.
no, you wouldn't. You'd laugh.
You're right, I probably would.
It's MJF, bro. You're not
Especially,
gonna fucking...
especially if it was one of my kids. Little bastards.
Chase
If we
Jr.
were older, like 8 or 9, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah,
It's just the fact that she's a baby.
yeah. It's just MJF, man. It's just what heels do. I dumped water on people in PA. I don't give a fuck.
On somebody's kid?
Yeah, right on somebody's kid, somebody's bare lap. Like I actually dumped a whole water bottle on him. Kid looked like he pissed his pants.
That's awesome.
And then fucking my boss spit on somebody and made him cry.
That's fighting.
But it was water. Like he drank a sip of water and then
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought you meant like spit. Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say if a wrestler came or like if I was sitting front row and a wrestler walked by me and spit on me, I don't know, man.
That would be
Yeah.
throwing hands moment. Throwing them hands.
I would jump off the rail to beat the holy snot out of it.
Mick says
great.
Mick says hi.
Yeah, Nick, I got you a present.
I'm scared to ask.
You want to see Mick's present?
No.
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 Does everybody here want to see Mick's 2 presents?
No.
No.
Hey, Mick,
No.
there you go. Fucking
As you can
dick.
tell, we have a heel in our midst.
What you get for freaking blocking me on Facebook, you son of a bitch.
It's just Facebook, my dude. Fuck. It's just Facebook. It's not real life.
Acknowledge me, anybody. Dominic.
Dominic's here.
Yeah.
Acknowledge this.
Dominic's been here. Dominic, we had the link posted in the chat, my guy. Did you not want to join tonight?
I guess not.
So, Axel, tell us what your favorite part of the show tonight was.
My favorite part of the show, it was probably when House of Black showed up.
Okay. Now,
Trust me,
tell us,
I'm a big elite guy, but fucking, you never bet against the house.
So, and with that being said, if you could change one thing about the show tonight, what would you change?
What would I change?
Yes. What would you change?
I would not have Ruby assault Willow.
Are you holding up a microphone?
Yeah,
Yes.
what's the problem with that?
You just gotta know someone, man. You just walk right into it. Just gotta pretend like he's not doing shit.
But I am doing shit. I'm interviewing you.
You are.
Yeah. About the
He's
show
try-
tonight.
He's trying to be professional. Trying
So
to.
are you excited for Willow to possibly team up with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker to take on Ruby Soho, Soraya, and Tony Storm?
Yeah, I want to see Willow Nightingale hit Soraya so hard in the tits that it fucking pops her implant.
Interesting. I just
Yeah.
know you're a big Willow fan. I'm a big Willow fan too, so I'm very excited about it. Willow going from Rampage, ROH area on the card, now getting bumped into a main picture with Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Soraya, and Tony Storm. I think it's huge for Willow. I love it. I like it.
Hopefully it sets up blood and guts.
Yes. Alex, are you still booking indie events?
Yes.
Nice. What is SWA?
The Suffolk Wrestling Alliance is the best goddamn promotion on Long Island.
I like it. Your wife had a rebuttal. What was that rebuttal?
Sex work association.
Yeah.
Oh. What? Oh, wait, was that?
That was my wife.
Oh. I like it.
And Jake, Ric Flair has no fucking say. He sexually assaulted people on an aeroplane. So Ric Flair has no say on MJF.
That's mean, Steve. We don't do that here. Alex.
Where can we find you on social media?
Where can everybody find you on social media?
My Instagram, I guess. My Facebook page, if you guys want to find me on there. It's my actual shoot Facebook page. So
you can find him on Grindr.
You mean the SWA general manager doesn't have a gimmick page?
No, I don't need to make a gimmick page. I use my shoot page.
Oh, okay.
Right. I don't need a gimmick page.
Damn, son.
I'm not really that big of a gimmick.
Damn, son.
What I mean, if you guys do want to see SWA March 31st on Long Island. And
Alex, yes, he's still mad.
What?
On March 31st, I'll be on the other side of the country.
Mick has asked if you're still mad.
Hell yeah, I'm still mad, Mick.
That's why he flipped you the bird. That's why he flipped you the bird.
I'll do it
Mick.
again too, you little bastard.
Hey, knock that off, you son of a bitch.
But Chase, you're at Dynamite on the 29th, aren't you?
I will be at
St. Louis?
No. The previous week, the 22nd.
The 22nd.
It's in Kansas City on the 22nd.
Is it the
On the
29th?
29th? The 29th will be in St. Louis. The 22nd will be in Kansas City.
Okay.
On the 29th, I'll be in Cali for Mania.
Oh, okay.
For Mania week, for WrestleCon and Mania week.
That's right. That's right.
Indeed.
I forgot about that.
All right. Well, Alex, we're gonna bid you adieu. Appreciate you joining tonight, sir.
Yes, sir.
Haven't seen you in a while.
You haven't been in the Discord, bro.
I've been in my Discord. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
So suddenly you get your own Discord. You were too cool for us.
No. See, I had my Discord to begin with. I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
He's had his own Discord the whole time.
Yeah. And I thought it was silly that mine was struggling to get to 50 members, and I'm helping other people build theirs up. So that's silly to me. I'm not doing that. So that's why I'm in my Discord. So
I mean, we got the guy Quentin. He showed up in the Discord, and then
Dominic.
We also got a really drunk guy one time. That was fun.
I heard that sounds very awesome.
It wasn't awesome for my good friend Raz over here. Raz almost had to jump through the screen and drop kick him.
Hey, I didn't do anything. I stayed out of it.
Bro, that dude was so boozed up, you were gonna chin check him and he was gonna go down.
Look, dude, if it had come to that, like, my wife can handle herself. But if it did come
she can. She can.
I would have made sure that, yeah, it would got sorted.
I like it. Well, Alex, we appreciate you joining with us tonight, as always. Any final words for everybody watching before I kick you the fuck out?
Nah, man, it's all good. You can kick me out.
Much love, Alex. Have a good night, sir.
Bye.
Bye. And one last person. Here he is.
Hola, senor. How are you doing
Dominic.
tonight?
Hello.
Fantastic.
Doing good.
Dominic, what did you like about the show tonight?
I only watched one match because I had work today. Well, technically yesterday, but I only watched the main event. It was like it was good at first, but then it was like, really, why would QT come out like that? Like, how was he interfered with the match like that?
Are you telling me that you joined the AEW Dynamite post show to tell us that you didn't even watch AEW Dynamite?
He was working.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
And he works for one of your favorite restaurants,
Closing
Chase.
shift.
What restaurant do you work for?
Closing shift. Chick-fil-A.
You might find this surprising, but when I tried to scream, one of those little nuts that I was chewing on earlier got stuck in my throat.
Oh shit! Your nuts got Jeff Jarrett's slap nuts got stuck in your throat.
Okay, Dominic. No worries. It happens. We have people on the show all the time that don't watch Dynamite, and they will come on there. So why don't you tell us?
He hasn't been on in a few weeks.
Why don't you tell us? Yeah, I know. He hasn't been on this show in a few weeks. He comes and harasses me on my other shows. Not you, Dominic. Somebody else.
Nothing wrong with
he
that.
He actually upset Josh, and I got put in timeout 3 times from Josh the other night.
Damn,
pit stop. Yeah, because he wouldn't stop talking about dead people. It made Josh feel very uncomfortable. So Josh was like, "Yep, sorry, I'm muting him." Dominic, did you watch Revolution on Sunday?
Saw I saw a few bits and pieces of it, but I didn't really watch because I know when you sent me that one website, it was like lagging, like it was like all lag and stuff.
Yeah. I would have given you my link, but I was actually having trouble with Fight TV anyway. So
interesting.
Yeah, I actually had a bit of issue with Fight TV, so I would have lent you my link if I hadn't had trouble. So,
were you able to watch any of the matches from Sunday?
Legacies of each match. Like I know the main event. I saw the main event, but like in bits and pieces.
So, what would you say is your favorite part of the AEW product at the moment?
Well, I wish Brian Cage was back because I liked him a lot.
Apparently, he's going to be back. He's still going to be working some ROH and AEW stuff very soon. So,
for the time being, until after, I read something tonight that said that he has a verbal commitment with Tony Khan to stay for a couple months or something like that, and then
yeah.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about the AEW product, what would it be?
If I were to change something in AEW, I would put the match that literally happened tonight in the main event and let Hobbs win and let Wardlow win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can agree with that because Wardlow should have kept the title for a bit longer.
Yeah. Wardlow shouldn't have lost it in 2 days.
Like hot potatoing a title does not do
it
justice.
Thing that apparently his rental broken into and his title got lost or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if that's part of the show or not. Like, I guess we'll find out in the upcoming weeks whether or not it's part of a storyline or what it's going to be from there. So,
all right, Dominic, why don't you tell all of our viewers where they can find you on social media, my friend?
Well, obviously on, I believe, Instagram, Facebook, I'm on there. The same name as you now. And then I don't have a Twitch at the moment. What's that other one?
TikTok.
What's that other
TikTok?
What's that other streaming? Isn't it? But I just watch videos on that. I don't really stream
YouTube?
or anything like that.
TikTok?
Yeah, that's it. TikTok.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Same name, same everything.
Well, Dominic, we appreciate you coming in, sir. Always that's what's the funnest part about this show is inviting people on to hang out and talk about what they liked and what they didn't like. So we appreciate you taking the time to do so. Any final words for the viewers before I kick you out of here?
I just wanted to say, I hope everyone has a good rest of their evening and tomorrow.
Well, thanks for joining us, Dominic. We really appreciate it. And you have a great night. And we'll chat with you in the Discord.
Yep.
Have a good night, Dominic. Back to you, Scotty. All right, that's gonna do it. Okay, so a couple things really quick. We were talking about so and so, the usual. I didn't want to bring up any names, but just in case he's watching, I don't want to hurt his feelings or anything like that. But yes, this comment from Kai, he pissed Josh off, so Josh put him in timeout multiple times. Well, the last time he put Josh in timeout, or the last time that Josh went to go put him in timeout, he accidentally put Kai in timeout.
Oh no!
And it was midstream. Josh goes, "Fuck."
And for Josh to swear on stream is not
I can't remember if Josh dropped the F-bomb or not, but you could just tell like Josh and like Brian and I both like just died laughing. but it was hilarious. And then this comment from Kai got me. It says, Chase, on a scale from unicorns to dragons, how high are you? I am on the ground right now, sir, but not after the show ends. After the show ends, I'm gonna go pop about 2 or 3 edibles and eat my wife's ass. So,
and there goes the PG rating. Fucking Christ.
I specifically waited until you took a drink to say that.
Fuck, I thought we were going to get hate dog earlier, but you've just turned into fucking Chase the Menace.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been fantastic. Lots of fun tonight. Greatly appreciate everybody joining. Appreciate everybody being patient with the start of the stream. We will going to work out some kinks, but we are going to shortly. Yes, and I will buy that. Absolutely, Gears. I will buy that shirt. I'm a man of fine taste. So, anyways, appreciate everybody, hanging out with us tonight and dealing with the struggles at the beginning. We're going to get that right because eventually we're going to get rid of Restream here. We're going to move to a different platform. So, but definitely appreciate everybody being patient. Scott, you got anything to end us with? Yes,
I got nothing at the moment.
Good. You'll think of it. You'll think of it later, and you'll be like, "Man, I had an opportunity to do that, but Kai screwed everything up. He distracted everybody."
Unbelievable. That's become the new thing in the in ABJ's Discord. Just Jake sitting there, all quiet. All of a sudden, all you hear is "unbelievable."
That's been Jake's thing for a while.
Yep.
So,
but it fits in
I'm
perfectly because someone will say something stupid, and he'll just come in with "unbelievable" out of the blue.
Yep. Agreed.
We're glad we met you too, Kai.
1,000%, Kai. Kai, tomorrow night on the I-70 Hot Tag, man, we're gonna break down this fucking crazy ass card from CSW. CSW announced their show for April on April 8th. Violence begots violence, and the card is just insane right now.
You've also got a special guest coming up very soon.
We do.
From what I've heard, is going to be very, very big guest for you guys.
So,
don't ruin the surprise.
I won't. But so a couple things. Tomorrow night's guest will be Jay Fowler, Bad Buns. I'm gonna have lots of fun with that interview. But yes, we do have a big guest coming up. And what was funny is Josh was going to release the second or third hint.
Yeah.
And somebody guessed it. So we took down all stuff. So we are going to, and I can say this on here because I highly doubt that guy's watching. In fact, yeah, there's minimal people watching right now, and I can see who all's watching. So anyways, Josh told the guy, tune in Thursday. Well, tomorrow, we're not going to announce him as the winner. We're just going to announce that somebody guessed it, and that the guest and the winner will be announced next week. So, got you, bitch.
Cheeky, man. Cheeky.
Yep.
But I'm sure whoever it is,
you were wrong, Kai.
I'm sure whoever it is going to be huge and is going to be an asset.
Yeah. You know,
and they're going to finally gain some exposure.
Just to go over the hints again. He was a pivotal part in the Monday Night Wars. He has wrestled on both Raw and Nitro.
It's Jeff Jarrett, isn't it?
No, absolutely not. That would be cool. I mean, I would be open to it. I wouldn't tell Jeff, you know, if we interviewed Jeff Jarrett, I wouldn't tell him like, hey, you know that I really think it's stupid that you're on TV every week.
Yes, you would. Yes,
no, I wouldn't. No.
Yes, you would.
I'd be like, Jeff, do you remember that one time that you got beat by David Arquette for the WCW championship? That's what I would do.
Slap nuts.
Yep.
You'd be slapping his nuts so hard.
Yeah.
You've lost all train of thought now, haven't you?
Yeah, because of the comments. But anyways, that's a really good guess, Hunter. That's a really good guess. It's a really good guess.
Don't give it away.
Huh? I'm not giving it away. You got to tune in tomorrow night. And then we're going to tell you to tune in next week. Anyways. Yes, make sure you guys tune in to the I-70 hot tag tomorrow night for our interview, and then also talking more about the events, and then we're going to talk about Violence Begots Violence. This will be the first event that CSW has had since before Horseman Country that we haven't sponsored.
Damn. And Stephen, I don't think it would be DDP because DDP was part of WCW until the end. So it wasn't.
This guy was a part of WCW until the end.
Okay. But you said he was on both Raw and Nitro.
Yeah. DDP was on both Raw and Nitro.
No, DDP joined after the when he was Undertaker's stalker.
Yeah.
But that wasn't during the Monday Night Wars.
But he still was a part of the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, true. True.
Yep.
But I guess we have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Scott, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, my friend.
Razdark Wolf on Twitch and on TikTok, and you'll find me in the Discords as well. The CR Media Discord and the ABJ Discord. Chase, you tell us where they can find you.
Absolutely. I like to hold my microphone right here because I've seen some content creators do this, and
Is that really how it goes, Chase?
Yeah, that is. Well, see, it's a real microphone, and I've seen it both ways. I've seen content creators hold markers or pins as microphones.
You mean like this, like the pins?
Yep. Like that, like that. And then I've seen actual content creators use actual microphones. So, but I have a microphone, so I'm good. Anyways, CR Media 1988 on all forms of social media, guys. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all of those. Getting a lot of good traction on some content here. Clips of Scott and I, clips from I-70 Hot Tag. So we'll be posting those up. Plus I've got some TikTok videos. TikTok, there's a void missing there. So somebody's gonna have to fill that void, and it's gonna have to be me. So
yeah, maybe it will be the CR Media Wrestling Company.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, as always, guys, make sure you follow. Make sure you go hit up Sports Empire Network. Go follow Scott. Go follow myself. Hang out with us. Stay tuned for all the content coming out. And if Scott, if you have nothing else, then all I have to say is good fight.
Good night.
That's right.